What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a swell day. It is November 4th, 2022, and AMD has announced their new graphics cards. RDNA 3 is like the architecture, I believe, or the nomenclature for that, but it's the Radeon 7000 series. That's what it's going to kind of be known as. So we had the 5000, 6000, and now obviously 7000. So let's jump on over to the article and check it out. There's not been a bunch of hype about this, at least not in like my friend groups and stuff. People are just like, it's kind of nice, but like all this extra horsepower at a time where unless you're trying to push some like crazy kind of gaming, which most people I know are just, just now getting into like some 4K. A lot of people are still on like 1440. Heck, I'm still on 1080 at the moment. It's like it's not even it's nice, but it's just eh. Anyway, let's jump on over here. So, looks like the top dog is the old 7900 XTX at $999, and then underneath that the 7900 XT at $899, available December 13th. So about a month and a week from now. But back in August, Dr. Lisa Su introduced the world to AMD's newest iteration of CPU technology, the Ryzen 7000 series. But she didn't stop there. We got an announcement for an announcement. RDNA 3, AMD's next generation of GPU technology. Well, today is November 3rd, and we now know more about AMD's answer to the RTX 40 series. Dr. Su began the presentation by reflecting on the Ryzen 7000 series release and stating AMD's ambitious goals, much like she did during the previous presentation. For RDNA 3, she reiterated the company's commitment to energy efficiency and performance. I feel like some of these graphics cards, obviously they're more efficient, but they're like increasing the amount of power that they can burn. It's like, yeah, they get more done per watt, but it's like when do we not, when do we cap it? Is like, you know what I mean? Isn't there like a 4090 out there that can go all the way up to 1,000 watts now or something? Some like aftermarket card. Anyway, at the forefront of what we're doing, it's all about power and energy efficiency. We want to make sure that we continue to innovate around performance per watt leadership to enable all of the gamer upgrades with fantastic performance, but at a reasonable price. End quote, Dr. Lisa Su. Starting with the new chiplet design, RDNA 3 takes a modular approach with the intention of optimizing the efficiency of the overall GPU design. Much like the Ryzen CPU family, RDNA 3 will utilize a mixed chiplet architecture with a 5nm graphics die compute unit, or GCD, containing all of the shaders, display engines, and updated media engine. The GCD is paired with a 6nm memory cache die, or MCD, that consists of GDDR6 controller as well as 96 megabytes of AMD's Infinity Cache, second generation Infinity Cache. Okay, it's pretty cool. I guess they need the Infinity Cache to link the multiple chiplets so they can talk. Which Infinity Cache is like super fast. With this new design, the RDNA 3 chiplet will have an interconnect speed of up to 5.3 terabytes. Wow, not terabits. Is that 5.3 or 5 to 3? I don't know what it would be, 3 to 5, not 5 to 3. Anyway, 5.3 terabytes. That's a 2.7 increase over RDNA 2, enabling up to 61 T-flops of compute. A lot of flops there. All of this will be supported by up to 24 gigabytes of GDDR6 with a memory bus of up to 384-bit, but not the GDDR6X we saw in the RTX 4090. And according to Dr. Su, will enable RDNA 3 GPUs to achieve up to 54% greater performance per watt over the previous generation. Yeah, they need to do something, that's for sure. 40 series is out here murking people. So what is this magical mystery GPU? Well, it's actually two GPUs, the 7900 XTX and the 7900 XT. The Radeon 7900 XTX comes with 24 gigabytes of GDDR6 and the 7900 XT comes with 20 gigabytes of GDDR6. Engineered as both 4K and 8K gaming GPUs, the Radeon 7900 XTX and XT have a number of updates over the previous generation that will help push it into the future of gaming. Starting with the dedicated AI acceleration, RDNA 3 is said to improve AI-based functions of the GPU by 2.7% and ray tracing instructions by 1.8% over RDNA 2. In rendering applications, including ray tracing, this new architecture is said to obtain of up to 50% more performance per compute unit and double the instructions per clock. This is a much-needed leap for Radeon graphics to compete with this particular space of graphics processing. So it looks like it's way faster than the previous generation. That's good. That's good. 50% jump. That's nothing to scoff at. AMD's new Radiance display is the engine pushing all of that data into the display. The engine will support a 12-bit per channel color with up to 68 billion colors, as well as higher refresh rates. Thanks in no small part to DisplayPort 2.1 and HDMI 2.1 adoption, the RX 7900 XTX and XT will support refresh rates of up to 900 Hz at 1440p and 480 Hz at 4K and 165 Hz at 5K. Oh my, 900 Hz at 1440p. That's like some CSGO level stuff right there. Alongside the Radiance display engine, AMD also unveiled a new dual media engine for simultaneous. Man, words are just choking me tonight. Simultaneous encode and decode for both AVC and HEVC formats. This engine will also support AV1 encoding and decoding with a max resolution of 8K 60. Later on in this presentation, AMD teased future support for AV1 encoding support within OBS as well as other popular video and streaming and editing software. This teaser also included a future feature. I don't know why that sounds weird together. Called Smart Access Video, which will leverage Ryzen CPUs and Radeon GPUs together to supposedly provide an up to 30% uplift in 4K multi-stream encoding. That's actually pretty cool, so AMD can control both sides of it. They're like, hey, if you got a Ryzen and a Radeon, they work together and you get more power, baby. More power. 30%, that's huge. When it comes to gaming performance, the 7900 XTX is purported to operate up to 1.7 times better than AMD's former flagship GPU, the 6950 XT, in rasterization and 1.6 times better in ray tracing. Using Fidelity FX Super Resolution, or FSR, the charts AMD showed for the 7900 XTX showed several titles running at frame rates far exceeding 200 FPS at 4K. One standout was Valorant. I guess if you need over 200 FPS at 4K in Valorant, this is the card for you. Lots of bold claims here, but we'll have to see for ourselves once the cards are in the hands of the third-party reviewers. I totally agree. Skipping down here. I didn't really care about like all the frames per second on different games, in my opinion. What was it? There it is. So Team Red also shared its commitment to providing the best CPU and GPU unified experience by working with system integrators to bring the AMD Advantage line to the desktop platform. This means pairing AMD GPUs and CPUs together in system configurations carefully curated by AMD for the supposed best possible AMD experience. And that's what I was actually looking forward to here. So they've tried to do this in the past and been unsuccessful. I don't know if you guys remember back in the days of like the APUs, you could pair some of the AMD APUs with certain GPUs and they could work together in tandem, but it never really worked great. It was always like mid, low end stuff, and it just didn't work. So if they can kind of nail that down with this new stuff and actually leverage the CPU and the GPU together to get additional performance, AMD could probably help their GPU sales because Nvidia is still killing it in the sales department. I mean, obviously, people aren't buying new GPUs like they were before, but um, they need a little help. So this might be the thing that kind of like tips the scales. So um, I don't think their high end line is what's gonna like get people out the door. But imagine being like, oh, I'm gonna go get me a Ryzen 5, and then what GPU do I pair with it? Do I get me like a 4060, or do I get like a like a 7600 XT? And then those will mesh together with the old magic AMD sauce juice and make it even better on a lot of applications. Maybe, I don't know. Truth be told, nobody knows until it actually happens because whenever they came out with this on the AMD APUs, like the A8 and did they have an A10? Like it was garbage. You could link a GPU with the APU, and it was just ugh, no bueno. So before we get off here, let's go over Coin Market Cap and check out what the market's doing. Hope everybody's having a magnificent day because Bitcoin is at $21,000, ladies and gentlemen. It's up almost 5% in the last 24 hours. So that's crazy. So $21,404 on Bitcoin. We have a $1,645 Ethereum. Further down the list, we have Ripple at 49 cents. Looks like she's about to break up over half a dollar almost, maybe. By the way, none of this is financial advice. I'm a guy sitting in a plastic box. You know the drill. Do your do your own homework. Dogecoin still holding 12 cents, down slightly over the last hour, but still up 4% over the last 24 hours. Shiba Inu, $12 per million coins. Litecoin, $67, up 8% in the last 24 hours. Absolutely killing it. Ethereum Classic, $26. It's up 4% in the last 24 hours. So got a lot of stuff pumping right now. Monero, $160, up 6% in the last 24 hours. And I wanted to check on my little bird, old Raven coin. And we're going to be calling it a night. Raven coin is up 8% at 3.2 cents. How's that for some sense, ladies and gentlemen? So, hope all y'all are happy about the current situation of the market. I don't know if this is just a little pump before we come back down or the beginning of good things. So, some people seem to think this is like the beginning of it, like take off, and that'd be nice. But I don't think that's the case. So, anyway, y'all have a good night. OGs, Jellyfish, you know who you are. I'll see you on the next one, and drop it down below. You gonna go get you a 7900 XTX? I don't think I am. Not right now, at least. All right, later, guys.